Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you've ever found yourself scratching your head, wondering how to quickly count the number of rows or columns in a dataset on Google Sheets, you're in the right place. In this tutorial, I'm going to walk you through how to use the rows and columns functions to instantly find out how many rows or columns are in any range. By the end, you'll be able to whip up these formulas with confidence, saving tons of time and making your spreadsheet tasks a whole lot easier. Let's dive right in. First off, let's quickly clarify what these functions do because understanding the why can help you use them better. Both the rows and columns functions work in almost exactly the same way. Think of a data table in your Google Sheet as a grid, kind of like a seating chart at an event. The horizontal lines, those are your rows. The vertical lines, those are columns. Sometimes you need to know exactly how many seats or data points are in each direction, especially if your table is large or you're working with dynamic data that changes over time. That's where these functions shine. Let's get started. I'm going to assume you already have your data filled into your spreadsheet. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. Maybe it's a list of names, sales numbers, or any grid of information you want to analyze. To count how many rows are in your range, we'll use the ROWS function. Go ahead and click into any empty cell where you want the result to appear. Now type equals rows and then specify your data's range. For example, if your data covers everything from cell A1 to C10, you'd write equals rows A1 C10. Once you've typed that in, hit enter. Take a second to check out what just happened. Google Sheets instantly counts up all the horizontal rows in that selection and gives you the total number. Maybe your data goes from row 1 to row 10. In that case, you'd see a 10. This is super useful if your data might get longer or shorter over time and you want formulas or summaries that always reflect the current state of your sheet. Don't worry if you make a typo or select the wrong range the first time, just click back in and adjust it. Now let's do the same thing but for columns. It's just as easy. In another cell or right underneath your previous formula, type equals columns and again specify the same range. Using our earlier example, you'd write equals columns A1C10 and hit enter. The result you see now is the number of vertical columns in that range. So with A, B, and C, your formula would return a 3. It may seem simple, but this comes in handy for all kinds of spreadsheet projects. Let's say you're designing import templates, generating dynamic reports, or just double-checking your work before sharing a file with a colleague. And really, that's all there is to it. Just remember, the only difference between these two formulas is whether you want to count up rows or columns. Both are quick, reliable, and take the stress out of manually counting things in messy or ever-changing datasets. Alright, that wraps up today's quick tutorial on using the rows and columns functions in Google Sheets. If you found this helpful, hit the like button, and if you have any questions or want to share how you use these formulas, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe for more simple, practical spreadsheet tips and tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.